Happy New Year. It is January 1st. A lot of people out there right now are saying, this is going to be the best year ever. Oh my God, 2024, it's going to be the best. It's the best. The best sucks. Let me just say it again so you hear me loud and clearly. With love and respect from Chicago, saying the best sucks. Now, let me tell you why the best sucks. You might think you have the best car, you have the best job, you have the best family, you have the best shoes, you have the best phone, you have the best computer, everything's the best. The best sucks, and here's why. The best doesn't really mean anything, at least if you want to be specific. I used to be a Chicago public schools teacher. I was in public education for 15 years. Specifically, I was a science teacher. And one thing I learned when teaching science to kids was kids would always try to come up with this science project for like their big science fair. And they would always say, I'm going to try to find out which paper towel is the best. And I would say, that sucks. And then they'd say, I want to figure out which gum is the best. And I'd say, that sucks. The reason is we don't know what best means. Best is this term that we use that we think means it is the number one in its category of doing a thing, but we don't say what the thing is. So for example, if you were trying to say, I want this to be the best year ever, 2024 is going to be the best year ever. I don't know what that means. When you look back on December 31st of 2024 and you look back at your year, how do you know if it was the best? Well, you need to define what you mean by best. Is best mean most adventure? Does it mean greatest health? Does it mean I optimized my cholesterol? Does it mean I managed my diabetes? Does it mean I hit a certain metric on my diabetes management? Or does it mean best? Does that mean to you that you earned a certain amount of income or you achieved certain goals that you've set? You're starting to see why best kind of sucks. It's just this generic term that we use to try to tell people they're doing great or we're doing great. But if you can't define what best means, you're just stuck in the water. And so I would say to the kids in my science class when I was a teacher back in 2000, I'd say, what does a best paper towel do? And they might say things like, well, it cleans up a mess. And I'd say, well, how does it clean up a mess? Does it do it quickly? Does it do it completely? Does it do it with the least amount of effort? Does it do it with the least amount of towels? And then you start to figure out, what am I actually measuring to determine if I've achieved this category of best, this denomination of best. And so best sucks, but being explicit and defined in what we mean by best is a much better way. So if you're one of these people saying, I'm going to set New Year's resolutions and I'm going to set New Year's goals and I want to make sure this is the best year ever, stop. Don't do it. Instead, think about the major categories of your life. Think about your health, your relationships, think about your career, think about your hobbies, think about your mental health, and then start to figure out what would best look like. Mental health is an example. Do you suffer from anxiety? Do you suffer from depression? Are you medicated? Do you want to try to wean yourself off of medication? Do you want to try to reduce the number of episodes that you have with a mental health disorder, right? Think about your income and your career. Does best year at your career mean that you want to get a promotion? If so, what is the title of the job you want? What is the increase in income you want? What are the projects that you want to take on? What is the impact you want to have that is measurable? So again, at December 31st, 2024, you could look back at this year and say, oh my gosh, I did it. Check, done. Best sucks. Being explicit, being defined, being very strategic about what best means is really, really important. And so I don't know if anybody even sees these videos, but if you do, stop saying best, start getting defined. I might say, this is the best cup of coffee ever, but really the best cup of coffee is the one that you're drinking at the moment. Now that's deep. Thanks for listening. I'm Mark with Love from Chicago, encouraging anybody that's ever seen this anywhere on the internet to think differently. And that means be creative, be optimistic, and be strategic in all that you do in life. Thanks for watching.